Good morning, everyone. 8-Bits here with what day is today? Friday. Today is Friday. Yes. I'm slowly adjusting to my schedule. I am. So, Homeless, you are first, like right on the dot of me going live today. Excellent. How's your week been? And welcome in everybody else, crazy bearded one. Gotta have that coffee. So my new schedule is Monday through Thursday now for work. So like I'll be streaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and this is now 2 complete weeks of waking up at like 4:15 in the morning, going to the gym, coming back, taking care of the dog, and then either doing some game dev or getting ready to stream. Because both of them, either my work or my stream, start at 7. So, yeah, I happen to be normally like right on the dot with stuff. Yeah, and it helps that I'm punctual. Yes. I do try. Like right at 7, I like to try to get it started. So, oh, what do we got going on here? I think, what type of music do we want this morning? Maybe like EDM? Sure. Let's start with that. Death metal? We could find some death metal. Is that what we're in the mood for this morning? Right? So, this is it, right? This is the station. I was like 0.00000001 second late. True. Kelvar, your clock is absolutely accurate. Yeah, I got called out, Homeless. All right. You wanted like death metal this morning? I don't know if we have death metal. The most accurate clock ever. True. And welcome in, Kelvar. How's your week been? Hi, Sophie. All right, we'll leave it on EDM right now. Then we'll probably switch it over. We have regular metal. Then we'll probably switch it over to like synthwave or some techno or something, right? EDM, yeah, we're on just regular electronic EDM station, so we'll leave it on there for now. I like doing chip tunes a lot, but we'll leave it on EDM for right now. All right, let me move this back over here. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like all kinds of music, so I don't know. I just try to find stuff that fits with a stream pretty good, right? But yeah, I am proud of myself for making it now 2 weeks, right? Going Monday through Friday on like to the gym, waking up at 4:15 in the morning to be at the gym by like 4:30 because I only have to walk to it, right? So, what? Hi. Cover not bad. Sleep schedule was off. Hopefully it's back on track now. Yeah, I do try to have somewhat of a sleep schedule, right? I don't normally need a whole lot of sleep, but the it varies, right? Especially now that I'm waking up at like 4:15 Monday through Friday, right? And 2 Sophie treats coming in a row. That'll make her happy. We got a homeless meat. There's your first one. And Brent, good morning, afternoon, evening, night. Hi. You two are close. Brent, you almost beat everybody today. So, but yeah, so I get up, like I said, I only have to walk to the gym now. So I get up at 4:15, I walk to the gym. I'm there usually just after 4:30. And because it's not real far from here, it's just around. I'm in a townhouse complex. There's a pool over here, and then on the other side of the pool is like the gym. So I'm there about just after 4:30. Work out for about an hour. So far 2 weeks in, and it's becoming easier to get there. Brent, first you were selecting it when you heard it go off. You were very disappointed. I know. Homeless was on top of it. You ready for another one? All right, you gotta sit. There we go. Go lay down. Don't swallow it. Oh, you swallowed it. Because now she thinks there's more. Oh. All right. Well, I did get some things done this week. I did play some Power World. All right. So, I'm sure everybody's heard how crazy Pokemon cards are, right? The playing card game, like the Pokemon game. And how those cards are like worth so much money, right? But Power World is now going full at it against Pokemon on everything, right? They've pretty much won the lawsuit. They don't care. They're like, we're just going to compete against you for everything. And what that means is Power World has Power World cards out now for a card game. And those cards are going crazy selling, right? And the pricing is already starting to go up. It's only been out for a couple of days, and there are cards now that are already valued at thousands of dollars. We may actually pick up a box of packs this weekend. Hold on to a couple packs and try to see what we get, right? It might be worth it. It might be worth it. We're not going to play the game, right? Not like we do with like Magic the Gathering or anything, but we're going to try to collect some of the cards and hold on to some of the packs and open up the others and see what we get. May even do that on Sunday stream. Homeless coming in again with another Sophie treat. She needs 3. She is sad. She swallowed the second one because she thought there was another one. That's it. There's not going to be another one right now. All right? You got to go lay down. Take it and go lay down. All right. You have to tell her sometimes. So, what other games has everybody else been playing? Anything super exciting this week? We're about a month away from Valheim going 1.0. And I'm looking forward to that, right? Because the final biome is going to be out. It's the Deep North. I think that's number 8 biomes. So we like having servers on the Discord, right? We're going to have a Valheim server, and our goal is we want to do a playthrough all the way through it, right? Meaning that Jeepin will be doing some of the game streaming on it, and then we want to try to make it so that we do normal stuff on there during the week and aim to do bosses on the weekend. So I think that'll be fun. And what do we got? You finished Super Metroid last weekend. Excellent. Black Myth Wukong, Arc Raiders, and the new map Genesis on Arc Ascended. Oh, speaking of Arc Ascended, Homeless, we need to... Excuse me. Hiccups. We need to get back into... We still have the Arc Ascended Astraeos map, right? Server. We need to get back in there and try to finish that one. Because once we finish it, we can do another one if we want. Right? Yeah, we were thinking about that. Like, we need to get back in there and try to push forward, try to finish it, and then once we finish that map, we can switch over and do some of the other ones. And Keller, you saw the new Spider-Man movie. Much better, in your opinion, than you were expecting. You don't dislike, but not a big fan of Tom Holland Spider-Man. True. There are some better Spider-Mans, but he's still a pretty good actor, right? All right, so I don't know if you've all heard this, but BMW... So BMW decided that it would be a great idea on all their newer vehicles that are already out there, right, to push. So anything newer than, I think it was 2022 or 2020 has the new like dash displays, right? Well, it's always connected. Okay. So BMW had this great idea that they were going to push the Spider-Man trailer to all the BMWs. So somebody would come in, open, like turn their vehicle on, and they had a notice on their dash saying about the Spider-Man. And when people tapped it, right, it played a 19-second trailer for Spider-Man. Yeah, I think I would be so pissed off if you spent, I don't know, $40 to $60 and up $1,000 for a BMW, right? You should expect not to have ads pushed in you while you're in the vehicle. I would just assume that. Right? But no. They were like, here is a Spider-Man ad. And it was kind of like ridiculous, right? So yeah, this, I think, is it, right? Oh no, that's a Facebook thing. Get off of here. Maybe this one. Instagram a little better. All right, but this is it, right? You hit the icon, and all of a sudden it played a Spider-Man BMW ad for 19 seconds. MySpace, yes, MySpace is making a comeback. In 2020, it had only, I don't know, 3,000 active users or something really minimal, right? Absolutely minimal. But somehow it decided it's going to make a comeback. and it now has like 3 million active users again. So, yeah, it's making a comeback. I don't know, whatever. I liked MySpace, and the reason it's making a comeback is MySpace has said they're tired of social media with different algorithms and forcing you to see the things you want to see, like forcing you to see the things they want you to see, right? Well, MySpace doesn't work on the algorithm set. That's not how it is. So they're like, oh, people just want a social media site and not have to deal with that. Here is the result. It's MySpace coming back. Your oldest account is still there. Mine's probably still there. It'd be scary to go and look at mine. We're not gonna do it, but yeah, it's probably that's an old account. We're not gonna go look at that. But please pull up the old MySpace page. We can go look at MySpace, but we're not gonna. Is it just myspace.com? Yeah. So this is it. The new MySpace, which is centered around music still. Because that's what it was bought for. But yeah, this is kind of I don't even know. Redeems log in this MySpace. You know what? I don't even know if I know what my old info is. I would have to find that and then try to log into it off stream before I do it on stream, because who knows what's on my old MySpace account, right? Yeah, but I enjoyed. I remember doing HTML with it and being able to like customize your page all you want. So yeah, it's starting to make a comeback. We are all adults here. I mean, technically adult with a 12-year-old mind. And that mindset is dangerous. So yeah, we're not gonna open that. I would need to look at it first. All right, let's drop over. And as always, my web whiteboard stuff is up and running for today. So the link is at the top of chat. I'm glad you said 14 there. You don't want to say anything about young ages with Twitch. They kind of have bots that look for that stuff. So I'm glad you went above their term of service age limit. I have seen people start messing around and saying stuff, and suddenly they get banned. And you're like, where'd they go? Yeah. Possibly. There is a lot of times they just do things. Sophie just heard somebody outside and was like, you cannot be out there walking. And it is one of the neighbors has a small new puppy, right? Looks like a pug, but it's a puppy. Yes. And Sophie does not like little dogs. She likes little dogs. She just wants to go and herd them. She wants to yell at them. I know, you're looking so excited. You did good. All right. All right. things that I am ready or have started to do for adding things in, right? I worked on a new cauldron right here. This one right here, right? It's not quite blending in yet, but that's okay. And when you go to use it in the game, it will fully replenish your health. Right? Kind of like the Diablo idea. So like you're back in town, you find the cauldron person that'll be here, and you can use it, and it'll fully heal you. That kind of stuff. All right. We've tested these guys a little bit. We're going to make I think we're ready to make, or pretty close to it. We may do it by the end of stream. Is make a version of this to put up online so that we can open up the beta and let people test out the game and stuff. Right? All right. I have an issue. We're going to run it. And I'm going to show the issue. And I think I know what it is. I think I've declared a key the wrong way. And so when it's used, it fireball homeless. Oh, thank you for the 100 bits. I appreciate that. All right, there we are. I've added I had a key to give different things, right? But when it's this button is currently thinking it needs to level up every single time I hit it, and it's because I put the bracket in wrong for it, right? So it thinks it's, I don't know, the window key, and makes it so that every time you hit it, it currently does like a level up thing. And I don't, like that, like whatever. So we're going to try to fix that at some point here. But I added, also this week, I added some new players into it, right? Maester, welcome in. Hey, oh, Maester, check it out. You are in the kitchen over here. You're just a pink oval right now, but you are here, and you're in the kitchen, right? So, Till, I worked on a beautiful pink ellipse. Yes. We got yellow and bluish purple. Pink. I mean, I had to, right? It happened to be in the order that I was picking things. It's fine. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, you look good in pink. And welcome InQ. How you doing this morning? So we got a couple new NPCs running around in here as well. And we also, like I said, I'm working on this cauldron over here. And I heard the Sophie treat. We'll get to it in one moment. She looked at me. She's like, oh. So we're working on this cauldron, right? And the cauldron will allow you to fully heal when you use it. Kind of like the Diablo thing. So this is the cauldron for it so far. It's not fully blended in or set to be behind certain stuff, but it's getting there. All right. Couple things. We're gonna try to fix the issue with this button that keeps leveling up the player because it's not supposed to do that. All right, so let's stop this. Let's do a Sophie treat. Because there we are. Gotta sit. There. Pinooch, I missed your stream, but I was watching the VOD this morning, right? The VR game you were playing looks really interesting. You got to redeem 2 Sophie treats for coming in second place. All right. Oh, right here. Yeah, this is, yeah. So I had this wrong. This needs to be a virtual key instead of just like a key, right? So pretty sure it's a virtual key. We're gonna try. Does it recognize virtual key left bracket? No. Okay, so the key I'm trying to do is I was just trying to set like a bracket, right? Like left bracket. But ORD is not working either. Right? So this thinks it's a window key when I do that. It's not really important. It was just me testing some stuff, right? But I do need to turn it off. So maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll just turn it off for now until we figure that out. Because I don't know what it's doing, right? And yeah. Because, like I said, it thinks it's a window key, and for whatever reason, it makes the player level up. So we don't want that. I want it to work on just these, but, you know. You could say if last key is equal to that, then last key equals. Okay. Yeah, all this is doing is giving you the final rescue quest to be added, right, for debug testing. That's it. But I think we'll just leave. We're gonna leave it for now. We'll leave it off, right? Because we don't really need it. I was just putzing around. Last key is a keyword. So is it keyboard last key? So, all right, we'll type it out and get this in here. So if last key, and when I start typing last key, it comes up as keyboard last key. Like that. And then we'll say, yeah, do that. Okay. there. Oh wait, maybe not. Equal, and then you have another set of quotes. What goes in the quotes? Just like that. Okay. All right, well, let's run it. I've never done it. I've never even seen that. So that's different. Oh, all right. Oh, right. So, first things first is we're going to hit P to give us the quests through there, right? And now we'll hit the key. And I don't think it's doing anything. No, I don't think it worked. And all, like I said, it's just supposed to give me the yeah, so it didn't work. That's all right. Sure. Let's go back in here. How about instead of keyboard last key, last character? All right. And we'll try that. And this is correct, right? So I say keyboard last character equals, then we have a empty set of quotes. And then after the quotes comes all this before closing off the if statement, right? Yeah, it would look nicer if keyboard less character equals was on a new line. How's that? Try that? Sure. And we're just waiting for it to start. It's being a little slow. All right, so now we'll hit levels 1 through 3. And now we'll try the key. That worked. So if I go in here, it says I've completed all the work. All right, perfect. Oh, it bugged it out. Now I can't talk to anybody. Oh, I know why. All right, I know why. That it didn't bug it out. It worked fine. So let me stop that. Sophie Treat. You are going to spoil her today, homeless. I mean, she's spoiled every day. But, you know. Right? Sit. Yeah. It's slobber all over me. She appreciates it. All right. So it worked fine, Brent. So good call on doing it this way. It worked fine. For me to test it, I forgot I have to have Tavian already in the party. She's thinking, I've never seen this homeless guy, but he's all right in my book. Yes. And that's what she thinks all the time. She's like, you know what? These people are okay. Right? Okay. And like I said, we have added in the new healing pot, which looks like this, right? And it animates and goes like this. Oh, wait. I think I left a little mark right there. Dang. Yep. There we are. We're gonna at some point I'll make it so it blends in a little better, but for right now, I think that's pretty good. And the idea behind the cauldron is when you use it, it will auto heal you. So that's the current concept of it. And I'm torn between where I'm going to put it, but for right now, it's here. I'm thinking it may actually go where the witch is, because potions and everything else. So I guess we'll see. Fireball. 24 bits. Whole bunch of little 8-bits. Appreciate it, homeless. All right, so we have added in let me see. We added in 1, 2, 3, it looks like 6. So I'm looking at it here. About 6 new NPCs, right? We got a couple here. We have a couple in the tavern, and we have a couple over, at least one over here in the harbor area. I am starting to think about how I want to start introducing the story, and maybe when you first get in the game, maybe there'll be somebody that runs up to you or runs past you or something like that, and you have to talk to them, and they'll be like they're running away or something, right? And it may happen after get the first 2 quests out of the way, and then it starts to introduce some of the story and getting you excited or hyped to get access into the ancient forest, right? Yeah. Outside of that, I have been slowly working on this list. And this is some quality of life updates, some other little tidbits here, things like that. So it's getting there, right? Let's see. I did add in attacks on the skeleton boss, so the Lord of Bones. It now is a completable quest, and after you complete that quest, then Paul shows up and goes, and you can work with Paul to open up the access into the over here, right? All right. Let's see. I've been putting in a couple random chests right throughout the place. There's stuff in the cave now. We have 2 new enemies in the cave. These guys, right? We got the guards, and then we have the brute guys. We have the bat, although the animation's not active for the bat, so it just stays in that position. It just flies around that way. But it's coming along, I think. I think it's pretty close or pretty ready for me to throw back onto the itch page for browser play beta test. Yeah. So I'm going to clean up a little bit here. Ugh. That is some nasty Friday morning release there, homeless. That sounded like it. Yeah, you're gonna slide off the toilet seat. Yep. All right, let's get rid of this guy, and we'll remove him. And the little bat. Where do we want the bat? We'll put the bat like up here. There. All right. I am also working on some new enemy ideas and trees for the marsh area. So we're getting closer on that. All right, I think we need
ask me about my winner.
You have a bunch of stuff for Pangea there, homeless. All right, let's remove Tavian out of here, right? Because there's no reason for it. So now I want to make it so that when you complete, I don't know, quest 3, the wisp shows up, right? He's not going to be here until that point. So, yeah, let me think about that, because if you find it too early, it kind of ruins it. But like, you do quest 1, 2, and 3, right? So you do the rats, the lizard folk, and then you do the skeletons on the top level. When you complete that quest, then then the wisp will show up. So that way you can't get there too early to find the wisp. And thanks for running that dungeon, Homeless. Yeah. Celebration. All right, we're gonna go. We need to test this real quick. The little cauldron. So what's on everybody's agenda for today? Anybody doing anything exciting? Surprisingly, it's only 7:50 in the morning, and my morning has already been pretty busy, right? So I got up at 4:15, went to the gym, worked out from like 4:30 to just about 5:30, cut it short by about 5 minutes. Came back, took care of the dog. Then I had a 6 a.m. I had a 6 a.m. meeting that was from about 6 to 6:30, and which I had to be a part of, even though it's my day off. But like, I had to work with some members, some senior members, and some of the team members that are from India, right? And over in the UK. So we were trying to find a time for everything to fit, and it happened to be that early, which for me was like 6 a.m. So had that meeting, came down, got myself prepped, and now we're streaming. But it's been a pretty busy morning for a Friday. Homeless, you might go to the lake later with Homeless Jr. Excellent. When I lived there, I used to go, there was a lake. I went to a school right near there, and the college had a lake right on the property, and it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed it all the time. New Hampshire was so nice for me. And but not quite there. For lakes, we have to go driving a decent distance from here. I mean, just get in a car and drive, right? 3-hour time limit. Set it for day trips, right? Be like, 2 to 2.5 hour drive, and see where you find, and then drive back at the end of the day. So especially in like the whole New England area, that gets you pretty far. You want out of New England? Well, if you get yourself on 80, right? So go down into Mass and just get on 80 and stay on it. You can make it all the way to San Francisco in California. I did that when I was moving. So at one point in time, I was living in Pittsburgh at the time. And when I moved from Pittsburgh to San Francisco, I just got on 80, and it was the whole way. Right? And then you could, get on 80, and at some point 40 connects to 80, and when you get to 40, just get on it and go south. Just follow it, right? No biggie. Just hop on south, and you'll end up here. And that's it. And then you'll be here, and you don't have to go anywhere else. See how that works? I'm pretty sure, though, I mean, you know, it might be 30 hours in a vehicle if you drive it straight. But there is lots of stuff to see on the way. So, you know, that'd be a fun road trip. Yeah. Yep. All right, so we need to go get hurt. And then, so we're just going to go down here. We're going to end turn and just let the lizard hit on us. Just a little bit. Or, almost you could go 80 to 95 and take 95 south all the way. It'll take you all the way to Florida. I did that a lot when I lived near Boston. Yeah, you could just hop on 95 and just follow it all the way. Lots of roads to get on and just keep driving. You're like, you know what? I'm just not gonna stop. I'm just gonna keep going. All right, we'll take a little more damage. We'll do a run from this. Also, we're gonna turn off that red line. I'm pretty good with it. So, where the zones are. All right, this is our little cauldron. When you hit E, makes a noise. It goes away, right? Well, the green fire went out. I need to make it so that this stops the animation once it happens, but it did heal me all the way. This is only going to be usable once for in-game day. Right? Can't make it, you know, it's too easy. Alright. Let's... What's going on there? Why am I walking on top of the house? Well, that's no good. So we got an issue there. All right, so let's stop it. Let's look at the world map. And this would be the issue right here. And we'll lower this down. Then we need... we need our wall like this. All right, I think that'll work. We'll copy it, Paste it. We'll do one over here. You don't think this should be my solution right now? It's a bit unreliable. It is. It is. So I think I have a slight issue with the depth, right? With the tiling in the depth where the player is. So if we get rid of this, right? Let's turn that off for a minute. It's on tile, so it's not. For me, I would have to put this above the player, right? And I just haven't gotten to it. Also, we have ads. Yeah, it's just a tile right now. I have not made it into an object. We have ads going to start in about 20 to 25 seconds here or so. During that time, I'm going to take a beer right back, though. I need some coffee and uncover Arwen. So for now, what I could do is, and we'll do this. Hi, Arwen. We'll do this right after ad break. We'll undo this and redo it on a layer higher than the player. Yeah, that should fix it. But we'll do that right after ads. So, I will be right back. Hang tight, grab some coffee, and yeah, I'll see you all in just a moment.
Yeah, well, that means another coffee break.
Okay. I'm back. Let's fix the mic here. All right, there we are. Let's see. So we're going to fix this for a moment here, right? We need to figure out which one it is. So this is what we need to replace, these two right here. It is on that level. All right. Technically, it should be okay, right? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, wait. Do I have two? All right, let's turn that off for a minute. There. Right, because now if I turn that on, that should be above the player. All right, let's just test it. But Brent, I have not done it yet. I'm slacking. I know. And I'm putzing with my mic. But the okay. Yeah. Right. I want my goal is I want to make all those into like objects at some point. No, see, and it still makes it so I can walk across it. It's just going to be what it is for right now. It's layered above it, but it's not showing right. At some point, I want to make this an object. Yeah. Depth equals B box bottom. Mostly. Right? So the player is sitting on I don't even know what layer level. Negative 600. Yeah. It's on a B box, right? But a tile doesn't really have a B box necessarily. And so, I don't know. In the list here, this is higher than above it, right? It should. It's showing at negative 700. So it's over top of the player, but it's when the game runs, it's not actually that way. So I just need to make this into an object, or at least make this right here, this piece, into an object, not the whole thing, right? Because the rest of it I can block off. This, I just need to make it the object. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking, Homeless. So to make the object, I don't even know how I would technically do that from a whole bunch of tiles. Yeah, like my goal is to make it a object. I haven't yet. None of these are. These are all tiles. And the issue I run into is I got to put the house together and then copy it out of this into a sprite to make the object. Which I think we could probably do right now. Maybe it'll help if we just make this an object. Let's just see if that works. So let's think about this. We want to go into the sprites. And we want to go to the tile stuff or tile set. Buildings. We want to go in here, right? And I want to copy this. So now I have this piece, right? So now we're going to come out of there and we're going to make a object out of this. So we need to make another sprite first. Right? And then we'll make an object for it. And mostly we're just testing things with it. So let's make an object. This be our house art. We're not going to give it any code. We're not going to set anything to it. We're just going to place it in there. Just to see how it works, right? So now if we come here, we'll erase this one. I need to go to objects here. Okay, I think that is on pretty good. Right? So now let's start the game and see if this will work without anything like coding added to it. I may need to tell it object do a step event and give it a depth equals bbox bottom, but we'll see. Okay, OBS. There we are. Okay, so that's not working. Just placing it, right? But now we're going to go in, create a step event. Depth equals B-Box bottom. And we want this to be middle center. Okay. Let's give that a shot. Maybe. I think I need to set up the mask a little better on it, though. All right, so the player's still running on top of it. Is it -1 or equal -1? I think it's just -1. So let's do that. Also, I want to change the music channel. Switch it to some chiptunes. This way, when I get around to it, I'll know what I need to do with the actual objects for the houses, right? So, no, it's still not showing above the player. See, that works. Let me look at the light post. Lantern. Depth equals B-Box bottom, which is what we did. Well, let's think about this. Let's look at the sprite for the house part. Not this, the sprite. Let's look at the mask. Set it to precise, maybe? No, we want it on manual. We want rectangle. And do that. Okay. Let's just see if that made a difference. I gotta figure it out. My game is loading up slow. I don't know if that's just a GameMaker thing right now or not. Okay, so what other objects have I worked with in here? Let's take a look at the rock. Let me try that. Maybe this is the way to do it. Negative B-box instead of this. We'll get it. There we go. Okay. That's it. All right, now, so now we're going to go in for now, right? We're going to turn on the wall thing again. Let me see where that object stops. Right there. Okay. All right, that should be good there. We'll put that one there. And now we also need to erase this one. And then put that here. All right, so let's run it now. But that should be much better now, Brent. Maybe that's one of the things I'll work on this weekend, is to get it so that it is these houses are moved into objects, right? Okay. There we go. I suppose then I would also need to do some of this like transparency stuff to it too. At some point. At some point. Okay. That is that's fixed. I also need to start trying to figure out, and chat, maybe you can all help with this. Like, I have armor class, right, and then we have all these stat points, and maybe some of this isn't needed yet. I don't know. I'm not really sure how that stuff's going to get applied. When each one of these level 1 armor pieces have 1 armor class. And I think I'll make it so that if you have an armor class of 4, it helps with defense. So, and who came in? Who was stinky? Tumat. I see you coming in being all stinky. How you doing this morning? Tumat, by the way, I think I saw you wandering around in here. Let's look. Yeah, there you are. You're right there. Soon you can leave the office, so on the way of getting better. How are you? I'm doing well. Adjusted to a new work schedule, new workout time this week, and last week. So now pretty adjusted. So doing well with that. My new stream times are now going to be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday morning.
Hello there.
Kelvar, do you need to wear a gas mask to watch the stream? Yes.
Hello there. Another happy landing.
And I heard the hello. Jeepin. Good morning, Jeepin. The blue oval looks familiar to you. True. It does. Little hands. And just knocked a bunch of stuff over, but you never, with chat, really, you can never really go too far without having like a gas mask. So like, you know, I got a gas mask because y'all are stinky. That's why, right, Sophie? you gotta have a gas mask when you have a stinky chat. Yes. All right. Let's see. And Jeepin, you are up early this morning. Cover, you're going to sit. You're going to sit 6 feet away from your monitor. True. I mean, I would. At least, you know, smell-o-vision is not quite a thing yet. So we don't really have to work about the smells of that going across. Although there is a device where they have smells that come out of it for games. So they're getting, you know, people are working on that, and yeah. Right? What was that thing? It was a device, smell your game. I think this is it. Automated gaming scent atomizer. Atomizer. This thing. Game scent. It's got a whole bunch of little like scent things in it, and you know, they game with it, and it gives them a sense of what is in the game. With chat, I think that'd be dangerous, but like, it's a cool idea, and it's not super expensive. Like, it's $100, right? So they're getting there. They're getting there. Now, I think what would be cool is if you have stuff like this with like VR and all that, and sort of become really kind of immersed into it. You think it goes by sound in the game? That's kind of cool. But that's it. The game sent. Yep. All right. So we fixed the house for temporarily, right? So now when you walk behind here, the roof is over top of the player. So it looks like you're walking behind it. So that's kind of fixed up. Let's see, what else? We don't need the zones, so we'll turn the big red banner off. Let's think. We got new NPCs. We kind of fixed this. We got rid of our enemies out of here, except for that rat. We're gonna move that, and we got a rat up in here. That's all. We're getting closer with stuff. I do think it's probably ready for some beta testing. So that I know what really needs to get fixed, right? The only thing I think I want to work on, and I hear it, Silver Eclipse, thank you for the 14 months in a row sub. It's nice to see you. How's everything going? Are you fully into your new place? That kind of stuff. I know it's probably been busy for you. Hi. It's nice to see you. We're just kind of fine-tuning some stuff before I go and set up a beta test on this, because it's pretty close to being able to go through at least 5-6 quests to get through, defeat the first boss, come back, and open up the next area. You are not yet. Yeah, it's been very busy. You're glad to make it to the stream today. Well, it just so happens Friday is my new stream day. So now I stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday mornings, and I work Monday through Thursday because I moved my work days around. So I'm now Monday through Thursday, and it adds in Friday. So it's new. Jeepin is sleepy, but she can, she can sleep some more. It's still early in the morning. I've also been adjusting. I switched to going to the gym at 4:30 in the morning. So I wake up at 4:15. The gym is like right around the corner here. So I wake up at 4:15 Monday through Friday, go to the gym, come back, take care of the dog, and then either work on some game dev and then go to work, or do some stuff and start stream. Because both work and stream start at 7 for me. And Jeepin is switching to her new days. Hi, Arwen. Arwen. Hi. Yeah, and for the gym, I'm on 2 weeks of it now. Jeepin is switching to her new schedule, So this week she was Monday through Thursday. Next week she'll be Sunday through Wednesday. So she's getting all confused. That's all. And for Arwen, I bought a water little fountain thing, right? And it's like she goes into it. Well, not yet, but it's got some like a little base in it. So she walks in, and then it has like water that drips down on her, splashes down. So, let's see. Cover. Just remember, whatever day it happens to be, it's always today. True. And Silver, you might be confused too for a bit, but you got your notifications on, so that helps. And yeah, everyone's got craziness going on with like house moves and new schedules and all kinds of stuff, right? Oh, and Silver, did you move out of town, same town, just a different area? I haven't had a chance to ask you all about it. So I don't know if like you moved to a different city. I don't know. Same town, different area. Nice. They live in a houseboat on Lake Erie now. Excellent. There are lots of people that live in houseboats. While I don't find it the most efficient here in the States, overseas, right across the pond, there's lots of people that live in these little houseboats that are on all the rivers and travel everywhere. And over there, it works out really well. So it would be fun. I think that'd be fun too. You know, then you could travel and just be like, well, we're going to go here, meander on down, you know? Yeah. Your old house kept falling apart and we were tired of the upkeep. I mean, that sounded like a lot. Lots of things we weren't told when we moved in. Yeah, it happens. So more projects than you were prepared for, and you're at it. So you're happy with your new place. Well, excellent. I mean, that's the idea, right? Like, I like doing house projects, but when there's a whole bunch of unexpected things that you don't know about, and now you have to both budget and time plan and everything else for it, it really kind of takes away from the place. You're renting now, so taking a break from the house stuff. Excellent. I mean, you know, someday we'll get a house. But renting's not bad because, you know, if something breaks, you just contact them and they take care of it. So that's kind of nice. All right. Let's think here. I don't know. Outside of hiding this, I don't know if there's a whole lot I need to get to do before just opening up the beta, right? Like letting people go and test the game. All right, let's look at the Wisp, and we need object all. So it becomes visible with my tag like this. I think what would do is something similar to the wisp. So we'll say it's visible equals global wisp. I don't know what to call it. Wisp. Visible. How about that? And I hear dungeon. Thanks for whoever was running the dungeon. Silver. All right, so now whenever this gets activated, it should show the wisp, right? Which means we need to go into our dialogue, NPC dialogue, and we need to interject it into when the quest is completed. All right, so now we choose this. Object 3 skeletons is what we want. Or quest 3, I should say. Here. All right, so we accept it. Now complete. So it goes here. There. That's not exactly what it's working right. So let me think about this. It's not choices. If you complete skeleton and you turn it in, it's not really a quest. You just saw the title. How far am I into the 6-month project? I am now almost starting the 5th month. So August is the 5th month. Am I going to make it? I don't know. I'm pretty far away from where I thought I might be as far as the quests in the storyline. So I think what may end up having to happen is version 2 only handles I guess we'll see. I might be able to get it done, but it's come along. It's come a long way. We have multiple areas now. There's still a bunch that needs to get worked on. So I have all of August roughly, and then we have our almost 2 weeks won't be around because we have a trip to Ireland. So that'll push me back a little bit into October, but I think it'll be fine. It will be fine. Yeah. Now I'm thinking about all the stuff. it's come a long way. We now have a boss in the game, so you'll be able to go and try to work on that. Fireball. And 8 bits. Thanks. I appreciate the 8 bits. Okay, I think I know what I need to do, if I remember right. I was trying to think about this. It doesn't need to be in the dialogue section so much. It needs to be in my quest system. Here? Yes. So if quest ID equals skeletons in cave, we are complete quest. All right, we're gonna do this. So if quest ID is skeletons in cave, then we want our global, right? This one to be true. Because that's when you complete the quest, right? So now this should activate this. And go in here. Let's see. I think we're okay. I think we're going to try it. All right. Yeah, the game's coming along. There's a lot to do, right? Version 2 is still middle ground. It's not going to be done. But I think we'll try to finish up version 2 somewhere near the beginning of October is the goal. We'll see. It may be a scope creep game on this particular version. And it may be what I work through for a little while. Maybe until the end of the year. I don't know. Then we'll take a break and do something else for a little bit and then come back for version 3. But I'd like version 2 to be a little more solid. Right? All right, we're going to go into the harbor. Or not. Okay, so this line is giving me problems. And it was saying it's not set. I don't know what I should set it to. Let's see. Kelvar, you were looking forward to version 45. Excellent. When you take a break from version 2, what kind of project do you want to make? I don't know. I like breaking things up, right? So you're not doing the same stuff all the time. we would have to kind of figure that out, because there is a couple other small style games that I might be interested in. Or kind of jump onto the bandwagon and we'll make a small little project to practice like doing something, right? I don't know. You can also revisit something. I'm not sure. I do need to work on the avatar program a little better. I would also love to make my own version of the dungeon game that runs with Tangia there. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. So we need global wisp visible. Needs to be declared a little better. Right? I guess we can say, just call it true. Let's just see. I don't think that'll work, but we'll see. I don't know. What is everybody's like? What suggestions do you have for a temporary small game to work on? All right, so we made it here. You're still visible. So that is set. So we need this to be false. And now let's try it. I don't know, something small, right? Some sort of small thing that we could do that'd be a fun break from the game. And who was that? Starfish, good morning. Welcome in. Thank you for doing a Sophie treat. She's already on their way. Sit. Go lay down. Thank you for that. All right, so we're going to go and see if that made it so the wisp is not visible. Perfect. We could do that, Kelvar. Take a break, maybe do something, or go back to the stuff that I was messing with in Godot, right? Because I have 3D terrain stuff I was working on, messing around with a game, and I had done one tutorial in there to make a Wolfenstein style game. So we could do something like that. That might be fun. All right. So we have it so the wisp is hidden, right? So if you accidentally come here, you know, there's nothing here, right? But if you complete the first request, which I'm going to cheat and hit P for, and it didn't work. Well, All right, let's think about this. So in complete quest, I put in quest ID global wisp here. Skeletons. These are quest updates. Quest if quest ID equals skeleton, and I have a reference. Quest progress, head count. All right, so that's for the journal. Can't complete. Remove quest. All right, let's. Maybe we do need to go back into the quest dialogue, or the dialogue here. So it needs to happen, I think, when we make and complete this. So this is where you select the quest. This is where you accept. Welcome back to welcome here. So now we go to accept. Not sure if you consider it small, but a roguelike possibly. I think it'd be too much to try to learn a new engine and complete a game in it in, I don't know, 2-3 months, right? So I think we'll take the time and maybe pick up where I left off with some of the Godot stuff. Go revisit it. Try to relearn how to do things in it. In this engine and stay and do a roguelike. That could be another option. That could be. Yeah. All right, so let's put it here. All right, let's run it. That could work too. That could. That would actually be kind of fun. All right. Let's see. We're gonna go over here. It's not visible. We hit this, and still doesn't become visible. Alrighty then. So whether it's or not it becomes this, global wisp becomes true, it should show and become visible. Two separate ideas. Where do I place my GameMaker skills? I mean, average, right? Lots, make tons of mistakes all the time. I do like the idea of a roguelike. So, like right now, I'm putzing around and struggling a little with this to get it to show up. I have it so global.wisp visible equals false. You feel you can make anything in Unity, just a matter of time and resources. So if you feel more confident, you can take on more ambitious projects. True. In each one of these, everything I've been doing has been advancing my skills with GameMaker. So yeah, I think a roguelike does sound like a lot of fun. All right, I see the notification. Ads are going to go off in about a minute. I need some more coffee, so during that time, I'll take a quick be right back, and then we'll come back and try to continue fixing the Wisp here. You probably have to head out for the night. I mean, it is late there. And I appreciate you hanging out as much as you have. So it's nice to see you, Brent. And please get some sleep. I will catch you on another day. All right, like I said, ads are going to go off here in just a moment. And then we'll come back and try to figure out what is going on with this stuff here. Anyways, there they are. I will see everybody soon. Hang tight. Okay, I'm back. So what we're trying to do is Skelvar, when you say you can make anything, you don't mean you have the skills to really make anything. Why not? Just that you are skilled enough and with proper resources, team size, research, you can make anything. Still just a solo dev, so scope would matter. True. I mean, for the most part, I mean, like outside of you chat, helping and stuff like that, I'm a solo dev, right? I don't really want big teams or any of that. I deal with enough of that with work. So, it's just not what I'm looking for, right? But, can I make everything? No, probably not. There's a lot of stuff like I don't know how it works. I have to look it up, and I'll probably just me in general. I'll probably have to look up a lot of this stuff all the time, right? But I've never made a rogue like game. I haven't made a RTS game yet either, which is another concept that I would like to learn. So I don't know. There's lots of stuff, right? Every developer looks up a lot of things. I know. And I'm okay with that. It's just the nature of things, right? Not everyone can remember everything. I have some people at work that are like code geniuses. They think about code all day long. They think about code like all night long. They can come up with anything just sitting at the computer without looking up stuff. It's crazy. Like they're amazing. Yeah. Will I be that way? No. My brain does not think that way. They are aliens. That is probably true. It's probably true. They are aliens. I wish, I had a bit of a like alien brain too with some of that stuff, but it's okay. It's all right. So right now we have it so the wisp here is hidden. Oh. The wisp is already in the game. It's hidden though. It's not checking it. So what if I move the visibility thing to the step event so that on different frames, like it's checking whether it's visible or not? The wisp is already there, so I think we move this out of here and put it down here. Does that make sense? Like it's going to check it on the frame, like every frame of the game, on whether or not it's visible. And if it's not visible, it'll make it visible. I think that'll work. Maybe. I don't know. Let's just run it. Cover, when you are used to building systems, a lot of what you do becomes repetition with some adaptation, so it's easier to build from scratch. True. Yep. But they some of those people are alien brained coders for sure. All right. the Wisp is not visible. But if we finish quest 3, so we're going to hit P to grant us the first 4 quests. There. That was right. It wasn't rechecking it. That's why. So because the Wisp was already there, all the create event stuff had run. Updating it was never being checked again because of the it needed to be in the step, so that it was always looking to verify if it got thing. And now you can come and work on it. All right. Solved it. I solved it. All right. We solved the part of the roof this morning, this issue. So half of this is built into an object now, so it hides. Like the player can walk behind it. And I think we're doing pretty good with everything. I think the game's pretty much ready for some beta testing, right? We have the cauldron working. Is it the way I want it? No, not necessarily, but it works. The mechanics are there, so I think we'll leave that. All right, let me pull up the itch page. Let's just make it, right? And we have the big red line gone, right? Yeah. All right. So my zone borders are hidden. Let's do this. I think we'll put it up on itch. It's gonna be browser play. I'm gonna leave the page hidden, but I'm gonna tell everybody in chat what what the code is for it, so y'all can go and test it and play the game if you want. And then I'd appreciate all the feedback. So with that, all right, so we have it created. Let me get that into the itch page. All right, we'll save it. Looks like it's loading okay. Let's call this all right. So we have two things, right? We have the page, which if we go to that, right, this is the page for it, and it requires a password. So we're gonna type it in and you can go to it. Oh, that's it. That's invalid. invalid again. Oh, it would probably help if I saved it. All right, there we are. So this is the link and the pass, right? So for this round, this is it. Everybody in chat, you can join in and go and check it. You can test it out. You should just be able to load it up like this is on screen and be able to hit run, and it should be good. So it's up there. It's kind of live now, but I think it'll be fine, right? Because we'll just have everyone test it. If you're on the Discord, you can either send me a message with the info. I'll put it into the game development area as well. Or, you know, I don't know. However you want to get it to me, right? And Sweet Victory, thank you, Cheapin. Alright, I will do that. And also that way I'm gonna have I'll post it on the local game dev guild, right? On their page, and have some people test it from there. So now we'll be able to get some feedback, hopefully, and can try to fix stuff. Just expect some bugs. Cheapin, how are you tired? You just slept. You're still sleeping. You're just sleep dreaming that you're typing. Yep. All right. Since that is out there now, let me do one thing here. Okay. You forgot your vitamins. That's no good. No good. All right, what do we want to work on now? We want to work on this cauldron a little bit. So when you play, if you go and test the beta, you'll be able to see the cauldron like this. It's not blending in. It's not 100%. But we're going to fix some of that right now. Try to give it a little better look, I guess. We're going to make a second one so we don't alter or destroy this first one. What I would like, I think, is for this to have some shadow on it. That'll give this a little darker tone. All right, we'll bring this up to there and over. I don't know why, but just for a moment, these circles here and here made it look like it had eyes with the mouth, and I thought of the Kool-Aid Man. Just for a moment. Yep. All right, let's... Now here, I'll probably just do this. And then we'll fill in everything in between. All right. Now we're going to zoom in. I'm going to make this smaller. And then same thing over here. Okay. So that's the cauldron sort of look, right? It's a little darker. On this, we'll get rid of all the other frames. And we'll just drag it in as a scenery. Put it there, and then we'll do the test one. Ooh. We got to make that smaller. The object is already fixed. This is not an object for it. This is just going to be the look on it. All right. So we're doing that. Let's run it, see what it looks like. Now, today, right? Today. We don't have anywhere to go today. So that's kind of nice. We're going to be just chilling here. Jeepin is planning to stream today, I think. So we'll verify that. But I'm pretty sure she's going to stream. And yeah, we get to eat our Chinese food for lunch because we had Chinese for dinner last night. We get to chill. She's going to stream. And I'm not sure what time she's thinking today, but or what game she's going to play. ESO, excellent. Okay, I do like the darker look. Right? Let's put them side by side. Let's move the fireplace. Put that like here. And we'll put that one there. You know what? Let's try to, let's just make another object. And we'll call it test. And we'll give it a darker look. So now we'll get rid of that. It might be a little big. Kelvar, you have jury duty in about 2 weeks. Maybe you can find a double who can be you in a 10. True. Now, have you already gone in for them to pick you for this, or is this where you go in and they choose if you're going to be part of the jury? I hear her. There is a Jeepin sneaking down the stairs as much as a Jeepin can sneak. She is not a rogue. She is the mage that thinks she is a fighter. So there is not sneaking anywhere. Basically, you have to be available for the week to be possibly picked. Okay, so you already went in for the initial part where, like, they review you if you're going to be part of it, and then you wait to see if you get picked. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I've done that part before. All right, let's run it and see which one of those two we like. Arwen, did you see the non-sneaking Jeepin? Yep. Come on, OBS. All right, there we are. Oh, I messed up. There we go. All right. Now let's try that again. Jeepin, what time do you think you're gonna stream today? 1 o'clock? Okay. So about 1 Mountain Time is when Jeepin will be streaming some ESO today. So you've actually been in a trial once. Oh, okay. You don't mind, but seems to be picked a lot. You know, people that have never been picked once. True. I have gone to... I've only ever had it once. And all I was is you go somewhere, they run you through stuff, and you give answers and questions, and you spend the day, and then they decide if you're going to be a part of it, right? So I didn't have to go through the rest of it. I wasn't picked, and that was it. Some people, they're just like, you know what? We're just not going to have him on the jury. No. And that's probably me. All right, so this is our two choices. I like the darker look. I think we'll get rid of the shadow under it to allow the green flame stuff to show up a little better. Right? So let's do that real quick. This is the test. All right, we'll delete this like this. Sophie is attempting to get treats from Jeepin. She wants another treat from Jeepin. She's like, you have to pay the treat tax. And everyone else has been doing it. And she got spoiled because Homeless did it like 3 times today. And Starfish just did it again. So she's like, rah, 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 rah. All right, hold on. We're gonna switch over. Come here, Sophie. I have the treat for you. Look how happy she is, Starfish. That's it. That's all she wants. She just wanted, you know, treats. All right. She's why you exist. That's an excellent, excellent reason to exist. Yep. She would be okay with that. All right, let's run it now now that we got rid of the shadow out of there. You love animals? Yeah. We bought, speaking of animals, for the other one, we bought a little like shower bath area for Arwen. She hasn't used it yet, but it attaches to the side of the cage and she goes through like the door, like one of the little entrance doors. She likes the sound of it, yeah, she likes the sound of it, but she has not used it yet. So because we just hooked it up last night. And it's got a little water pump in there, and it's got like some water that'll drip down on there onto her. So she does like the sound of it. All right. These are the 2 cauldrons. I kind of like the darker one. Ignore the fact that it's not animated yet. But I do like the darker look. Arwen just growled at you to get your attention. I mean, she sees Sophie do it. She thinks she's a mini dog half the time anyways, and likes to bark at people. It's Arwen's growl. She's like, "Arr." She's a little tiny grr. Yep. Yep. Yeah, we have been thinking about moving Arwen to a bigger cage. It will take up a little more room. I should try baking at people. It's fun. Oh, you mean barking at people? Yeah. I was like, baking at people would scare them away too. Just throw bread at them, like dough at them. Yeah. I've seen the people out there that. Where were we? Oh, we were at the Grand Canyon, and we were at Horseshoe Bend, right? So, this absolutely, if you've never seen it, Horseshoe Bend. Horseshoe Bend looks like this, right? So absolutely breathtaking views of parts of the Grand Canyon. Now we are standing on this part right like here, right, where this photos are being taken. And I don't know if Jeepin remembers, but do you remember the person that was being led around on a leash, and the one that had the dog mask on?
Yes.
Yeah. So there was someone acting like they were the dog's owner, the handler. I'm aware,
Yeah.
but like the handler, right? And the person, so walking around with a leash, and at the other end is another person who was in some sort of outfit, not quite like a full dog outfit, but like S&M style dog outfit with like a leather mask and as a dog. And yeah, they're walking around on all fours. So we've seen that. And you're like, why? Like, why? Like the Grand Canyon of like all these places, you know, but you know, whatever. To each their own. Just, you know, keep it to your own. We live in a strange country. True. All right, back to this. I think I like the darker of the two. So the darker one is on this side. The lighter of the cauldrons is over here. I kind of like it here. Like, I like the darker one. I don't know if chat, if you can see it well or not. But yeah, I do kind of like the darker look. All right. So we'll just leave it for now, right? But it's going to go into not here. It's going to go into another cave. And okie dokie, you got to go. You'll have a good weekend. I appreciate you being here, Starfish. Only streaming for a little bit more than doing a couple things. And then today at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, Jeepin will be streaming, and she'll be doing some ESO, Elder Scrolls Online. And can I help you? Why are we barking? Why? I see you looking. Why? You don't know why you're barking, huh, Sophie? There's nobody out there. So, yeah. And Brewer, welcome in. How you doing? All right, we're going to put that cauldron into here. Right? So we'll put it here. Not this size. Just ignore that. The cauldron's being a little cheeky this morning. There we go. All right. You're doing all right. You're just relaxing. Excellent. Well, that's a good idea. So now we have our two, like our cauldrons, right? Also, Brewer, I should probably have pinned that. Let me pin it, because I don't think anybody's using the whiteboard today anyways. So let me find where my message went. I put it up here. There it is. There. All right, so I just pinned it to the top. It is a link to the game on itch. Everybody in chat gets the password today, and you can all come in here and test it. It's going to stay up for the weekend, and then I'll take it back down. right? What? It is needing another round of testing. You know, go in there, try to break it, find stuff that it has like bugs and all that other stuff. And then give me suggestions, things that need to be fixed, however detailed you want to make it. And yeah, you'll mess with it. Excellent. Yeah, it should be good. You should be able to make it all the way through the first real 5 major quests, right? So you'll finish off the first 3. You'll be able to go into the cave, find your companion, get the wisp, defeat the first boss, and then all should show up to be able to break open the tree here so that you can get into here. And there's hardly anything in the ancient forest right now, but that should, you know, take a little bit of time. So, and what I'm currently working on, and right now there is one of these. This one is in the game. It is the cauldron that, if you use it, will replenish your health. Right? It's only once per day. In game day for right now, but the mechanics are there and it's working. It works pretty good. Yep. Slowly adding things into the cave system here. And I was probably going to change up the way the side of it and everything else looks, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We made it so the wisp cannot be seen, right? So if we go to the harbor here, the wisp does not get found until after quest 3. So that when you go to do this stuff and do the rescue mission, the quest or the wisp will be there and is available. Yeah. All right. So how's everything else going, Brewer? It is now my weekend. I am now working Monday through Thursday and streaming Friday, Saturday, Sunday in the mornings, just for, you know, a couple hours. But I'm getting adjusted to it, right? I've also decided, I started just about 2 weeks ago, that every Monday through Friday, I'm now waking up at 4:15. I go to the gym. And then I get all my stuff done, right? So I'm now 2 weeks of keeping that schedule, and I'm slowly getting used to that. You're doing all right. You ordered a bunch of stuff from Lowe's. I love getting new stuff. Tools, all that fun stuff instead of the toolbox. So you got, all the stuff from Lowe's to include a toolbox. Instead of the toolbox, you got a lawnmower. What? Yeah. How do you even get a lawnmower? You got a high-end one? Nice. I'd be like, okay. Yeah, as much as I do miss having my own place and cutting the lawn and doing that stuff. I don't know why. I actually enjoy some of that, but like, we don't have lawns here, so yeah. You're returning it because you have no use for it. True. But if they don't pick it up, you'll just buy another toolbox. The lawnmower is like $400 more than a toolbox. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, you know, it's up to them to come get it. So that's funny though. There was something I ordered and I can't remember what it was. I ordered one thing and something completely different shows up. I was like, how do you get these two things mixed up? Like, they don't even look alike. So the names of them aren't even close. I was like, how does that even happen? And apparently, a toolbox and a lawnmower are, look alike. So, yeah. What I'll do also after stream here is on the Discord, I'll set up a share the game area or whatever, or maybe in bug reports, I'll make a thing and we can start like tracking the bugs and fixing things, because I've already started with a pretty good little list of quality of life game improvements, right? So working on it. Yeah, that is pretty funny. But yeah, I had that happen. Like something I ordered was totally different and something else arrived, and I was like, how? I don't even know how that happens, but whatever. I guess so. All right. Yeah, you have your guess. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, it's fine. It's all right. Let's see. In here, we'll delete that one. We have a couple more enemies that we're going to work on this weekend. We need to continue advancing and finishing up this part of the marsh. I have some enemies and stuff that I want to put into here. And then also start working on the storyline, right? So as you progress and start doing stuff, more and more snippets of the story start coming out and trying to entice and bring the player into it. So, it's getting there, right? And this weekend, I want to try to make all these houses into objects, so that we can properly set the depth layer for everything. And let's see. I do want a game today. I'll probably play some Power World, because that's currently the game I'm trying to get through. Let's see what else. That's about it. I don't have to go anywhere today. Tomorrow, after like my stream and stuff, we're going out. We're meeting a couple people for some coffee. So that's going to be fun. And it's like a Turkish coffee place. Does that sound right? Yeah. Yeah, it's a Turkish coffee place. Yemen. It's a Yemen coffee place. All right. Let's see. Overall, don't forget that I included the link at the top of chat for getting into the game with the password, and it's open to everybody in chat right now. It'll stay that way for the weekend, right? You can also join the Discord if you're not part of it. I am going to be doing a bug report part in the game dev section. So under the software development role, I'll have that in here for this game, so people can put bugs or anything they find or suggestions into that, or just DM it to me, whichever. And this weekend will just be spent trying to fix up a lot of stuff and start with the next area, right? Got to work on some trees here still, but it's coming along. We're now just at the beginning roughly of like 5 months in. So to this version 2 out of the note, we have like 2 months left. That's about it. So with that, it's pretty close to when I'm going to, I think we're just going to call it so that I can work on some other stuff. And then take some time and game a little bit today. Homeless Cheer back. Welcome back. We're going to look to see who is on today. And I think we're going to go ahead and raid out. Hello, goodbye. Yes. Hello and goodbye. Let's see who we have doing game dev today. Maybe. All right. I know who we're going to drop in and check out. We haven't said hi to them in a while. So we're going to go visit Adam. And visit Adam's Learn Live. Great streamer. Excellent with game design. And yeah, it'll be a good time, right? So I appreciate everyone for hanging out. It's just about that time for me. So I'm going to go ahead and call it. And that's it. We'll get some stuff done. And Jeepin will stream later today with ESO. And then tomorrow, I'll be back at 7 a.m. So regular digital time, digital place. And that'll be it. Right? Mr. Termy, welcome. And thanks for hanging out. We're going to go say hi to Adam Learns Live. And I will talk to you all later. Bye now.